Hi John, great to see you last night at the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on some parts we worked on your swing. So really I only saw two things really wrong. Your flight when you was hitting it well was really good, but one, dispersion was a little bit off sometimes, and the reason for that is you couldn't really clear. So I'm comparing you here to Ernie Els on the right, but if we just run through, backswing you've always swung it a little bit inside, top of swing's pretty good. So I've drawn this red line on your bottom and the same on Ernie Els. Now you look, as you start to unwind down, John, you'll see that you start to move off this line and your hips start to move forwards in towards the ball. Can we see that? So we can see that from there we're starting to move our hips into it, opposed to, and look at that. So when we come once we make contact, look how much we're moving off that line. So that's one of the reasons that we can't quite rotate, because our hips are moving forwards or into the shot opposed to turning. So when you actually get through to this position here, if we look now, we can see your hips aren't very clear, but your top half has. So if we look at Ernie, as he starts to unwind, you can see one, he almost stays on that line, which is great, really good compression there. But once he's at the same place as you can see he's on that line and his hips are fully cleared. So his hips are looking a bit more down the target line opposed to yours. And that's the reason why you're getting a bit stuck, John, is that if your hips don't rotate, your arms are going to overtake you, and that's why you're hitting a few of them pulls. And then with a driver, you'll try and sort of hold it off and block it. Otherwise, I really like it. So all we did was we worked on, I just wanted you to swing it back to here, this position here for you, John. Stop. And then from there, I really wanted you to sort of power through with the hips. Really rotate hard and aggressive. Even if you're hitting a 7-iron, even if you're only hitting 100 yards, just get that feeling of powering through the shot. And that would help get the hips clearing and go from there. And also with that feeling, when you was trying to rotate, I was trying to get your weight to move back onto your heels for you, so you don't move into the shot. And at the end of the lesson, we started to get some really good success with that. The last part of the lesson was to work just to tidy up your compression. You're just losing a little bit of your lag. And all I asked you to do was set up to the ball, but just address in front of the golf ball here. So just address on your left toe and put your club head down into the ground and just push into the ground for me and hold it for sort of 5 seconds like we was doing yesterday, and then put the club back behind the ball and give it a rip. That will help you just strike it, and you start to hit some about 20 yards longer with the irons, and driver was phenomenal. So John, just work on that for me, get them hips trying to rotate and not go forwards, and that will help get the weight on the heels, because you can see at this position here, just quickly, your weight is definitely on your toes there, where if you look at Ernie's there, you can definitely tell that his left weight is definitely moved to his left heel, because his left bum cheek is still on the line.